I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you some interesting, fundamental, basic questions so that you can do well in this section of trigonometry, which involves measurement of angles in radians. The question here is, how many times would the curve y equals to sin x reach the height of 7/10 over the interval 0 to 2 pi? Find the value of x when this will occur in radians. Well, this is one part of the question. The second part is similar. It says, how many times would the curve y equals to sin 3x, so change the function from x to 3x, reach the height of 7/10 over the interval 0 to 2 pi? Find the value of x when this will occur in radians. You can pause the video and answer the question. Let's try to understand the question, right? So we are talking about 0 to 2 pi. There will be one sine wave within 0 to 2 pi. So let me sketch that sine wave. So let us say this is the sine wave, right? Within the interval 0 to 2 pi. Now, the question is, how many times would this curve reach the value 7/10? The 7/10, let's say this is the full value and this is 7/10, right? That means we are looking for a value which is approximately or exactly 0.7. This is what our question is. So we can see that there are two times. One is here and the other one is there. So these are the two times. You need to find the value of this. So we can say y equals to sin x, y value is 7 over 10. So we can write sin x equals to 7 over 10, which is 0.7. So we can say x is equals to sine inverse of 0.7, and we can use the calculator. So what we have here is second here, sine inverse of 0.7 is 0.77539. So it's 0.77, let us say 54, right? So we are working in radians since the angle is given 0 to 2 pi, so it's obvious, right? So that gives us the first value. How do you get the second value? Now, second value is from the symmetry, same distance from pi, correct? And it is in quadrant 2. So what you need to appreciate at this point is that if we apply the cast rule, correct, then sine is positive in these two quadrants, right? Now we have got the related acute angle, that is to tell you that this angle we have got, right? So the other value is this one, which is pi minus related acute angle, correct? So we will do, the other value should be equal to, let's say the other value will be pi minus 0.7754, correct? So the other value we can do pi minus this. So let's do pi, take away 0.7754 equals to. So we get 2. So the other value is 2.3661, correct? So these are the two values for which within a period of 0 to 2 pi the value will be 7/10, right? So the maximum is 1, it will be 0.7. Now the question is, how many times would this curve y equals to sin 3x reach the height of 7/10 above this interval, over this interval, right? So the interval is same for us, right? But the function is now different. The function is sin 3x. What does this mean, right? It really means that the k value is 3. So within this period of 2 pi, we will have 3 sine waves. Do you understand? We'll have 3 sine waves, not just one, correct? So the 3 sine waves will be kind of, let's say, let's say this is 1 sine wave, 2 sine wave, and 3 sine waves. So we'll have a function which is kind of like this: 1 sine wave, right? 2 sine wave, and then we have the third sine wave. Do you see that? Within a period of 2 pi, when this is 0 to 2 pi. Do you get the idea? Now, since there are 3 sine waves, so for this value, you can see very clearly so that they are going to be 6 values. Do you see? 2 in each. So that means we have 6 values. Perfect. So how many times would this occur? So in this case it will be 2 times, correct? In this case it will be 6 times. Do you understand? That is it. And those 2 times we found here like this, and now it is going to be 6 times. Okay, so you need to find all those 6 values. Now one reason why we get it 6 times is kind of like this. The function is y equals to sin3x. So y value is 0.7, so which is say 0.7, right? So to find the value we get 3x is equals to sine inverse of 0.7, and then we will calculate the value, and of course sine inverse of 0.7 is going to remain same, which is 0.7754. So what we get is 3x is equals to 0.7754, and obviously x will be equals to 1/3 of this value, right? So we have to divide this value by 3. So let me do the first one for you, then rest I'll leave for you to do. So which is kind of 0.2585, I mean 0. Let me write here this one as 0.258 for example. Okay. Now the idea here is, why does this occur? We are working on 0 to 2 pi, and here we have 6 values. The reason is that when you look into this equation, then you have to think like this. That is to say that x is from 0 to 2 pi, right? But how about 3x? 3x should be between 3 times 0 to 6 pi. Are you getting my point? So we have to consider this value from 0 to 6 pi, not just 3 pi, right? So the two answers which we have are kind of similar. First one is this, the other one is 2.3661. The others will be, we have to add for this value 2 pi, 2 pi, 2 pi. Keep on adding 2 pi twice so that you get all the possible values within this interval. Do you understand? So add 2 pi to 0.7754 and 2.33, right? So add that. So let's do that. So we have 0.7754 plus pi times 2, which is 7.05, right? So this is an exercise for you. Now what you should do now here is, you get 6 values like this. So first value, second value, third value, and fourth value will be plus 2 pi, plus 2 pi, right? Then again add plus 2 pi and plus 2 pi. So you get 6 values in all. These are all equal to 3x, not x. To find x, divide each one of them by 3. Each one of them by 3 to get these 6 points, right? So do it on your own. That should be an exercise for you. It's a very important and interesting test question, right? So do it and report the answer to me. Thank you and all the best.